Happy Sunday. Hope you all have had a good day, and I know you're winding down and you're getting ready to go to bed and probably prepare for work tomorrow, or just winding down. So I stopped by to talk to you today. I want to talk to you about love, the four different types of love. I want to talk to you about the characters in my book, James in London, Naked and Exposed. And I want to talk to you about a scripture that came to mind for me today when I was thinking about James in London. And that scripture is Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 3 through 4. That's the love story. And what came to me today was don't awaken love too soon. But before I get into that, let me talk to you about these four types of love. And the first one is agape love. And then again, let me also say there are more than four types, but I'm going to focus on these four. Agape love, that's the love of God, his unconditional love that he has for us. Then we have phileo love, that is brotherly love. Then we have storge love, and I hope I said that right, and that is the love of family. And then we have eros love, and that is the romantic love. So let me tell you a little bit about James and London. They were high school sweethearts. They had been together for so long, off and on. They had even gotten engaged for a while. They had even gotten engaged. They ended up breaking up, calling the quits off for a couple of years. When they got back together this time, they decided to go ahead and get married, thinking that they could rekindle that love that they once had and feeling as if they both had matured because they had been, away from each other. So they had some time to think. So what they thought they had was an eros love, a romantic love for each other. But that love trickled down to something else. So let me just tell you, I want to talk to you about Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 3 and 4. I'm going to read it to you in the Message Bible so you can get it because, I like the Message Bible. It just gives it to you like raw. And I'm also going to read it to you in the Amplified version so you can get that as well. So here goes the Message Bible. No, I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to give it to you in Amplified first. And then I give it to you in the Message Bible. So we're going to go with Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 3 through 4. And in the Amplified, it reads, "Let his left hand be under my head and his right hand embrace me. I command you to take an oath, O daughters of Jerusalem, that you do not rouse nor awaken my love until she pleases." That's the Amplified. That's a good one too. But let me give it to you from the Message Bible. And again, Song of Solomon, chapter 8, verses 3 through 4. "Imagine his left hand cradling my head, his right arm around my waist. Oh, let me warn you, sisters in Jerusalem. Don't excite love. Don't stir it up until the time is ripe and you're ready." So let me talk to you a little bit about that, not stirring up love. And I'm just going to read this for you about James in London. And I said, they had an eros love. That eros love turned into a storge love, a family love. And then that love just collided from there. It became more like a phileo love, a brotherly love that they had for one another. One was more so in love than the other. And what they did was awaken love too soon because it turned out to be that they were unequally yoked in their marriage. So let me just get into it and tell you what I mean. London and James awakened love too soon. This caused them to be unequally yoked. Unequally yoked because their love. Unequally yoked because they weren't on one accord together as husband and wife. Unequally yoked because of the yokes that weighed them down and destroyed the love and the respect they had for one another. So this caused them to be unequally yoked. And I would say don't awaken love too soon. Make sure that you are both on the same page when it comes to a relationship, when it comes to a marriage. Because, hey, nobody wants to be in love by themselves. Nobody wants to be hurt. And as women, sometimes we get hurt. And I'm not saying that men don't get hurt either, but women get hurt, and we develop this independent attitude. We develop this attitude that, hey, I'm not going to let anybody hurt me anymore. So, hey, I'll just stay by myself. I'm just going to work. I'm just going to work on me. But, in working on yourself, you have to heal, so that when the time is right and your love is awakened again, it's awakened at the right time with the right person. So once you are out of a relationship and you've had time to heal, do you even know what love is for you? Do you even know if you are healed or not? And I say that because, hey, when you first time, you probably didn't set boundaries. You probably put up with this and put up with that, because you had that eros love, that romantic love. You was in love. So you put up with a lot of things. You didn't set boundaries. You may have, what can I say, lost yourself. So you please this person more than you pleased yourself. So, hey, you got to think about these things. You probably compromised a little more. You probably, I can't say you probably compromised a little more. You probably gave more of yourself than they gave to themselves. So, that therefore that love was awakened too soon. So, it's very important that you don't awaken love too soon, so you can make sure that you are both on the same page, because awakening love too soon can cause us to ignore red flags. It can cause us to live a life of hurt and pain and heartache. It can cause us to bash men. It can cause men to bash women. It can cause us to develop this independent attitude that I don't need nobody, or all good men are, there aren't any more good men. All good men are gone. Men aren't nothing but dogs, and that's not true. So that's why I say don't awaken love too soon. So, take time to heal. Take time to heal so that you're in your happy place. You know what it is that you want this time when you get into a relationship. You know what it is you're going to put up with, what you're not going to put up with. And hey, whatever red flags come about, hey, if this is a deal breaker, that's a deal breaker. If you haven't completely healed, so if it's something that tugs at you, that pierces, if you haven't forgiven, because you can't make that person pay for what the last person did to you. And awakening love too soon and not taking the time to heal will cause you to do that, and it'll cause you to be unequally yoked. And I don't care how long you've known somebody, I don't care how long you've been with a person, you still can be unequally yoked. And I say that because, hey, one person can walk a righteous path, one person can walk an unrighteous path. One person can, it's different things to being unequally yoked. Just because you say you're in church, one person can be addicted to drugs, one person may not be addicted to drugs. One person can be frugal with their spending. One person may not be frugal with their spending. And then, it causes different things to happen in a relationship. And when I say don't awaken love too soon, hey, if you awaken love too soon, it's like we're asking for heartache. If we awaken love too soon, hey, you start doing different things to get you out of your character. So, hey, don't awaken love too soon. Just take your time. Love you. Know who you are. Learn your love language. Know what it is that you want in your next relationship. So, hey, build yourself up. But don't become too independent thinking that you don't need a man or you don't want a man. Now, if you don't, then, hey, that's on you. But I'm just going to say, don't bash men. Men don't bash women, because all men and women are not the same. There are good men out there and there are good women out there. And we as human beings, we complicate a lot of things. We complicate a lot of things. And I'm going to say, one way not to awaken love too soon, hey, be friends. Get to know each other. Be friends with one another. Get to know each other. Hey, laugh, man. Laugh. Get to know each other. Build that relationship first. Build that bond as friends. And then if something happens along the way and you want to try something to make it more, hey, that's when you can awaken love at the right time. Because you may feel this way today, then you may not feel that way tomorrow, or you all may not be on the same page. So I'm just gonna say, don't awaken love too soon, so you won't be disappointed. Don't awaken love too soon, so you won't feel as if you're in a relationship by yourself. Don't awaken love too soon, so you won't ignore the red flags. So I'm gonna say, love you, get to know you, get to know that person. Let God lead you and guide you. Pay attention to the red flags. And don't awaken love too soon, so you won't be disappointed.